All right. We've got Classic at the bottom left side here. It's the semifinals of DreamHack Dallas up against Vitality's Maru, who comes from a narrow victory over Hero, and now is facing another Protoss player. Show us your tricks, show us your moves, Maru, because Maru's always had a very unique way of playing TvP. A mixture of extreme aggression, a mixture of very good all-ins, but also some exceptional late game play when he gets there. Classic. Player who's been, I'd say, more defensively oriented of late. Definitely has pretty decent range. A guy who's been winning championships. I mean, was his first GSL 2014, I want to say, for Classic? He's been, you know, at the top of the game for over a decade. Playing world championships. Has never won a world championship, but has won GSLs, has been into those world championships, has been to those semifinals. Has actually had a few moments in the past few years where he's very close to getting to those like top fours or those finals, but felt like the Terrans were always giving him trouble. I always said Beyond and Cure, especially, were the two big issues for Classic. It was the guys that would never really beat the Darks, the Serals, the Rainers of this world, but they would definitely stop Classic's run, right? They would stop Classic. They would often stop Hero's run as well. But recently, current patch feels like Classic's all over that. He's going to scout for a proxy barracks and then head over. Cybercore with an early Zealot. Does he cancel the Zealot to make the Nexus? No. Zealot pressure. Oh, keep in mind, we saw a lot of early Cyclone builds out of Maru in the previous set. Zealot should always be able to arrive before a Cyclone is out, right? If there's just one Marine into Cyclone and you're relying on that, maybe... Can you get here before the command center is finished, though? 50 seconds? Probably takes you about close to that long to get across the map. I think you can just barely kill this SCV before the command center finishes and give yourself a good start. And especially if you're Chrono and Adept behind, that could be really nice. He could have gone low ground gateway to really, like, lean into Maru. But of course, he wasn't sure if he was going to get proxied or not, so I think Classic didn't want to take any chances. Now, Classic only 14 workers on minerals and already 6 on gas. So, is he planning to play Stargate off the back of this? Or is he just really prioritizing getting that tech up? Looks like he just wants to get his Twilight very fast. Twilight Council will go down now. He's on one. No. Oh, it's Zealot, Stalker, Adept into Stargate. It is Stargate. Okay, wow. 240 though. So this is the so for me, it's so funny because I only play Stargate off Nexus before Cybercore. So it's much, especially compared to the Cyclone timing, this Stargate is so late. But we'll see how that times out. It could work out the Cyclone comes across the map, then your Oracle flies in, or you're just playing Phoenix defensive. And against this build, you can see the Starport's a bit delayed anyway because of how early the Cyclone is. This is a great delay on the natural. Obviously, Maru had to build that extra depot. You can see in the top left of our screen behind the mineral line. Cyclone and Marines poking forward. He's going to lock onto the Stalker, but immediately gets pushed back and actually getting bullied a fair bit. This is a really good micro for Classic. Gets another SCV. Zealot will be going down here, but these units need to shade home if he wants to keep that Adept alive. Second Stalker's there as well. Oracle. It is Oracle. Very late Oracle. It's the North American Oracle. So for those who don't know, there's basically a meme in the StarCraft 2 community where North American players' builds are so bad that anything they do hits at least a minute late. And that it's actually the most powerful time to hit someone because they never expect it, right? It's kind of a joke. It's a little mean-spirited towards our lovely American players, but like it actually does hold true that such a late Oracle, like I would not have my Cyclone in my main this late in the game, and neither does Maru. His Cyclone's actually over here on the right side of the map, checking the gold base. Obviously, it's all in good fun, guys. It's not mean-spirited. Oracle's gonna wait. Okay, so he's not going in. Okay, so Classic's whole thing is I'm just going to chill and wait until you attack me, and then I'll send the Oracle in. Would have loved to see him throw some stasis traps up first, but guess he didn't want to reveal what he was up to. He's going to go 3-gate blink behind this and move out to take a third base. Pretty solid opening for Classic. Maru, of course, only down 4 or 5 workers, though, because it wasn't the most economic build. And even though Classic did some nice pressure, if I think about Maru's opening, it's completely blind. He does nothing but build a Cyclone immediately. I feel like if he keeps doing this a lot in this series, you want to play super greedy as Classic. You want to go like Nexus before core, just get crazy greedy with it. And yeah, Just play wild, play loose. Get ahead. Because Maru has no idea what's happening. All he knows is you built 3 units and pressured me with them. Early Forge. Okay. Oh, we're going to commit to Zealot Sentry, I would imagine, for a fair bit in this game. Maybe add a Robo next for an Immortal. Kind of a very mid-gamey, kind of let's make sure my units can actually fight sort of stuff. 6 gateways. Wow. Hello, Classic. What is this? Is he chronoing probes? Because he's not even got his 3rd saturated. 8 gateways already. Oh, I mean, let's think about it. Maru's been all-inning so much. And we didn't force him to build tanks or anything this game. So he's actually got really fast stim and shields kicking in. Metavac's joining up. Oh, yeah, this is going to be hard to defend. Classic's actually rushed 8 gate, and it's still going to be hard to defend this push. That's crazy. Wow. Stalker's coming forward. Blink's not quite ready. Does save the Adept for now. Charge is on the way. He needs to chrono that. Yeah, he sees the army coming, and Classic's panicked. Oracle! It's been waiting this whole time. It finally goes in. Oh, it's going to do some juicy damage. Like I said, late Oracle's the best Oracle, guys. Widowmines are going to come out. But Classic not really microing this, because I guess the Stalker's there. Oh, great Stasis Trap as well. And now he can maybe pick off a Marauder or so. Gets a Widowmine, gets a Marine, blinks away. Dude, Classic. 6 kills with the Oracle. Stasis Trap, picks off a Widowmine and a Marine. Dude, he's all over this game. That Marine does slip by, though, giving a bit of vision to Classic. Sorry, to Maru. Gets another Marine there as well. Charge, still not ready. He's got to jump on this when that's done. Still, it's like 50 seconds away. Classic needs to chrono that charge more. Stalker's trying to buy time. Oh, another great Stasis Trap. Pulling to the right side. That Healing Shrine could be useful if Maru ever does take too long. But, oh, he's showing the slow Zealots. Classic. Charge is not ready for a while, mate. The Stalker's still being useful. Love to see him use that Healing Shrine. Great move to go north if he can cut off these Reinforce. But he needs that charge. It's so far away, 30 seconds. Okay, but Maru's taking his time. Maru's delaying. Maru's only on 3 barracks. No 3rd command center. Maru doesn't have a transition. Maru's chasing him to the corner. Surely this is a bad move. If Classic just recalls these guys, he's in a great spot. And that's exactly what he does. Classic's thinking about the gold base here. He wants to play a mass charge style off 3 gas. +1 attack is ready. If he can flank this army with Zealots, he's got a very scary force. But that is 28 Marines, 9 Marauders, and 7 Widowmines. And you can see the boys are being pulled. There's no splash damage. He's going to try and jump on it. Stalker blinks forward. Widowmine does land. Oh, Maru's built such a big army. Zealots might struggle with this. He's got to try and flank. Charge is now done, as is +1. No armor on the way, which is crazy to me. Force fields. Oh, bad force fields. Those are really bad force fields for Classic. He blocks his own Zealots. Only traps like 2 or 3 Marauders. Oh, and he's running back and forwards. Oh, no. Classic, and he charges again. His micro really messing up here under pressure. Oh no, Classic's way ahead in supply, but he lets his Zealots charge in again, mostly just on SCVs, and then has to pull back. You got to flank the army. If you attack from the front on, you can bait your charge with SCVs, and you can see these Zealots, they're charging onto SCVs. That's all they're charging on, so they're doing no damage. That's why you've got to flank the army. Otherwise, you end up with your Zealots all charging in behind each other, clumping into the Widowmines, and the SCVs tank those. The Stalkers blink back up the ramp and kill his own Stalker. Classic. Oh, feeling the pressure, and this is the Maru effect, guys. People play the greatest Terran of all time, and they crap the bed. They crap the bed. He was in a pretty good spot. He played the early game really well, but Maru will put you in a situation you've never been in before. Let me explain this. This looked like a really sharp all-in. Classic was reasonably well prepared for it, except that charge was very late. So he really needed to buy time, and he did a great job of doing it, right? Runs around with Stalkers, buys time for over a minute, right? The push was coming at like 6 minutes. Oracle does counter damage. Stalkers do an amazing job. Any other Terran either shoves right now and ignores the Stalkers, or if they chase the Stalkers, they're kind of macroing behind it. I don't think Classic realized there was macro behind this because of the way Maru took so long to push. He's like, well, there's no boy pool. You're chasing me to the corner of the map. There's no urgency in the way Maru's playing this. We know there is urgency. We know Maru's as all in as they come. Even though he doesn't have a 4th and 5th barracks, he doesn't have a 3rd command center. He has to pull the boys. He's got to go. He doesn't have a follow-up. So Classic is kind of like, yeah, this might be maybe like not that committed to push at this point. Let's start a robo, build a few pylons. He doesn't even realize. He just doesn't have the info. And his Oracle goes to the main again. His Oracle should have been tagging the army and throwing more stasis traps on the front. That's something I truly believe. Rather than filling up sentries on energy, I think that's really important. He finally realizes what's happening, but I do think at this stage, Classic shouldn't have engaged as early as he did. Obviously, you don't want to let him get a siege up right in your rally, but I think Classic needed to be flanking around, cutting off this rally of units from behind, but also hitting him with charges from multiple angles so that the Zealots aren't clumping for Widow Mines and are attacking different things. The problem is, he just didn't realize what was happening. He goes back and he gets even more damage with the Oracle, but right now that's not as important as actually revelating the Widow Mines and potentially picking some off. This first Force Field Wave, unfortunately for Classic, didn't go very well. And you can see he runs back in and loses an extra few Zealots there. And he does another charge. So there was just a bit too much miss micro and panic here. And it's Maru showing such patience with a 2-base all-in that kind of gets the Protoss to make mistakes, because it's confusing playing against a Terran who is confident enough to wait this long with his push. Really well played game 1 by Maru. All right, guys. We've got Classic in the top left side of the map. Maru in the bottom right side. Barracks gas, and he's going to go second gas again. Maru favoring the double gas openings. Is he just going to go early Cyclone every game, I wonder? Maybe. If he does, I wonder if Classic just keeps rallying Zealot Adept across the map every game and delaying his command center, because that does feel like a pretty good opening for Classic. On the other hand, you could just, like I said, play super greedy against it. Classic worried about proxies, scouting around a little bit. He will be sending the probe across. And probe's just going to hang. Going to go for the Cyber Core. Very nice. Yep, Cyber Core Zealot. No eBay block, no Zealot cancel. So it's Zealot into Nexus. It does delay your Nexus a lot. Your second gas ends up really late. Classic is accepting his tech being very delayed. This time, though, it is a Reaper for Maru. So definitely a different opening for him. Last time it was the much quicker factory. This time it will be delayed by that 50 gas. Not a big deal. Second pylon at the front. Second gas goes down. And that first Zealot is going to slowly walk his way across this map. He says, I don't have the ability to charge just yet, but I'm ready to stab. Reaper coming forward. Obviously, the Zealot went left to dodge running into this Reaper. So good move by him. And it is indeed, Tech Lab again. Tech Lab again. Pulls one worker off each gas, because he wants to go Cyclone and not delay his starport too long. And that Adept's going to come out. Should be able to deflect the Reaper command center. Very delayed. So Adept's going to say, hello, Mr. Reaper. Oof, Reaper's already very damaged. Zealot's going to arrive. Cyclone's just started, which means 30 seconds without a Cyclone. Very hard to defend this natural. That being said, Maru's going to get better at defending the Adept and the Stalker that come behind. So I wouldn't mind this just being a Zealot, and then the Adept maybe looks to catch the Reaper, but basically you're looking to just run away now. Or very soon. And here we go. He's actually, I mean, the command center is very damaged. Dude, the command center has only, oh my gosh. No way, does he cancel this? Oh my gosh, he actually can cancel. Oh gosh, I didn't even think about that dying, but it had so little build time. The command center goes down. Has to get rebuilt in the main. Terrible opening for Maru. Great pressure for Classic, but he's going to get a little bit of revenge. Cyclone's going to chase down the Zealot. I don't think he can get the Adept as long as Classic shades that away. Oh, gotta run away. Otherwise that Cyclone will catch ya. Banshee. Ooh, Cloak Banshee for Maru. We haven't seen any hallucinations yet for Classic. He's going to go for a second and third gateway. Stalkers, of course, two of those will beat a Cyclone pretty handily. But yeah, second and third gateway. Oh, no, it is after Twilight. I was like, it seems a bit late, doesn't it? No. This is just 3-gate Blink with no Robo. Really good once in a while to skip the Robo, get a faster third base, maybe go straight Storm. And you know when you don't want to do that? When your opponent's making Cloaked Banshee into third command center as well. Wow, Maru. Taking risks. But I think they're going to pay off. One probe goes down, but the Reaper falls. It's past 4 minutes. Still no Robo. Finally, Hallucination goes out. Scouting for drops? You're not going to scout? You don't want to scout? You're just looking for drops? Classic is so convinced there's a Widowmine drop or something coming in, because let's be real, 8 times out of 10 there is. He's just checking for drops. He needs to scout. Oh, this is a disaster. Wait. Classic, he sees it? Does he see it, though? Does he see it? I don't think he noticed that. I don't think he noticed the Banshee flying past because his camera, you can see it on the minimap, didn't look at it. He starts a robo now, but it's so late. Oh no. Oh no. That Banshee's gonna get right in there. I don't know why I'm getting Scottish levels of excited, but apparently I am. That Banshee's gonna ruin, dude. There's a battery on the natural, but it's not even in range of the minerals. Oh my gosh. Okay, Sentry goes down. Probe's taking some damage. This could be just game ending, right? I mean, Classic, I've seen him make some pretty good comebacks, but Maru's got a 3rd CC as well. He's gonna be miles ahead in this game. He has gone 3rd CC though, so I guess his stim will be super late. But what are you gonna do? Get him with 7 Blink Stalkers? The Banshee is literally gonna run out of cloak energy. Observer starts, in comes the other Banshee. Oh no, even more. He's gonna lose at least 2 probes here. Could easily lose more than that. You can just stand there and focus the probes, but he's like, oh, surely you have an observer out now, and Maru would be correct, there is almost one. The amount of mining time lost there is absolutely ridiculous. 3 barracks, factory, starport, and a 3rd command center on the way. Engineering bay, double engineering bay goes down. I'm always a little torn on double eBay in these situations, because I feel like it's hard to have the gas to start 2-2 on time. Feels like it delays like Ghosts or second starport a really long time. On the other hand, if you don't start the double upgrades now, you're going to lag in the upgrades so long. Which does make sense. Classic in a really bad spot. He desperately needs damage. He blinks in. That was not what he was looking for. You could tell how much pressure he feels to do damage. I mean, he was doing good picking off the SCVs, but you can't be throwing your Stalkers away right now. In comes the Banshees. The Observer didn't turn around. He didn't turn the Observer around. Classic with a slow response. Oh no. Okay, he pulls another one up. There's another Observer from the right as well as the one from the south. And actually, the Banshees didn't focus fire correctly. Maru with a small mistake and loses a Banshee for just 2 probes. Okay, that could have gone much worse. Classic, stabilizing a little bit. He's got Templar Archives, 3 more gateways. He's going to try and go Storm and Zealot. He doesn't even have a 3rd Nexus started. Classic is as poor as a Protoss could possibly be. Meanwhile, Rich Boy Maru, as we should call him, he could move out and take the 3rd. He's worried about it because he doesn't have Stim and Shields finished yet. Like, Stim's almost there, but I mean, with 2 tanks, you chuck one. I think you can move both tanks into the open even. I think he's a little worried because you didn't see a 3rd. Maru's like, hey, dude, there's still no 3rd base. This is a 2 base all in. And he's going to... Oh, he's even building a bunker. Oh, Maru's crazy paranoid. Does he not realize how far ahead he is? He's up 20 supply. He could take... The problem is if he delays taking the 3rd, he'll give time for Storm to finish and a bunch of Zealots to get out. And then maybe Classic can ambush him on the way out to the 3rd. Maru misreading this game. He's actually being paranoid. Every Terran has thrown a game off 3 command center, moving out before Stim and Shields and Medevacs are done, and getting jumped on by like Zealots and Storm and stuff like that. That's why Maru's playing safe, right? He just wants to hedge his bets here. But this gives Classic room to recover, potentially. Room that didn't need to be there. Banshee goes down. That's 3 Banshees down. Classic. Oh, did he just scans an Observer? He's going to pick up and go for a drop. Okay. Interesting. You can see what I said about it's hard to afford the gas for the Armory and the 2-2. He doesn't even have the gas for the Armory, let alone the 2-2 upgrades. Guys, is Armory actually only 50 gas now? I still think of Armory as being 100 gas. But they changed that to 50, right? I'm not crazy, yeah? I feel like there's been so many changes over the years. My brain, when it comes to StarCraft stats, is constantly like just not knowing exactly what the current balance is. Got a little Storm drop. Classic's going to move forward. He's down 30 supply, but Maru... Oh, now this is what I was talking about. Maru's going to move out way too late. No, he's not in position. He's not in position. I mean, he does have double drops going in, though. Marine goes in on the right, double drop in the main. Okay, this could do some good damage. He's got to focus down some important tech or the Nexus. Meanwhile, his 3rd gets jumped on. SCVs kind of get mauled there. The tanks have to re-siege. Maru could have had this 3rd established minutes ago, in my opinion. He only gets 3 probes and a battery snipe in the main. He gets defended there. Oh, can he storm that? Feedback's one of them. I think he can storm this, right? The way he's standing High Templar there makes me think that he thinks he can. Am I crazy? I feel like he can hit them with the edge of a storm, guys. Okay, now the feedback goes down. He's looking at it, but I guess he's just No, maybe not. Maybe not really thinking about it. Anyways, army coming forward. Maru still has a big army supply advantage. This game way closer than I thought it would be. There we go. There we go. Storm goes down. Can he land another one? Land another one. Oh, he does. He gets rid of both drops. But he's moved his main army out of position. Oh, no. Classic got so distracted he gave up map vision. Oh, the Prism. The Prism takes a Widowmine. He does drop High Templar on the right side. Gets some good storms, actually. Pretty good storms. Some of them do whiff, but he's got so many. I think it's okay. Great storms. Cleans up that army. Cleans up the double drop in the top left, then cleans up that army. If he can get rid of this drop as well, which I'm pretty sure he can. And yeah, he gets rid of this drop as well. Dude, and Maru's third's not mining. Maru just lifted his third again because he has no army. Maru's kind of messing up in this game. I can't believe Classic's back in it. The double drop did almost no damage. Classic's on 2 base, barely rebuilding a third. I'd love to see Classic drop a 4th and a 5th base right now. Seeing no third, you know you're not going to break a natural wall off. If Classic drops an extra 2 bases right now, I know it sounds stupid, but like it's actually vital. Because Maru is giving you a chance back into the macro game, Classic's going to try and hammer. He's got to be careful because Vikings will shoot down the Prism. Your High Templar have to walk in now. He doesn't know about the Vikings. He doesn't know about... Okay, he does drop some of them. At least he's not all loaded up. Got to be careful. That Prism, man. Oh, that Storm, though. Oh, good storms. Good storms. Okay, that was a good attack. That was a good attack. Gets 14 SCVs. Nicely done. Still no 4th Nexus for Classic. I'd love to see him take that. Does he have a Forge? He does. He's making +2 attack. Classic doesn't believe in armor upgrades. To me, it's wild that in 2025, when every Protoss plays 4 Gasol game and Master Zealots for the entire game, they just don't believe in building armor upgrades. It's all about attacks. Especially when you're playing Storm Zealot. I get this sets you up for the Colossus transition, but armor is so good. He is into Colossus, though. Colossus production starts. 4th base on the way as well. Classic's a bit too afraid to probe right now. I think Classic needs to squeeze out another 10 probes. He can still recover in the macro game, but he has to squeeze that out because Maru's got the 2-2 upgrade advantage. Maru's had a big work account. He can absorb those 14 SCV losses. This is such an interesting game because Maru tried to take no chances, and what he's done is he's compromised his position a little bit by being so careful on this 3rd base. His main and natural are mostly mined out. He needs to defend the 3rd this time. If he gives it up one more time, then I think Classic wins the game. But pretty good setup. The upgrades are good. First Colossus is out. Extended Thermal Lance and +2 on the way. Classic's just afraid to probe in this game, isn't he? And part of the reason is his main and natural are also mining out, so he doesn't want to over-probe because he's not sure he can defend a 5th base. 2 more gateways are going down. That'll take him up to 8 gateways. You can see how behind Classic was in the early game. But yeah, what an odd match. It's a really interesting one. Oh, Maru getting caught. Ghost gets caught, as does a medevac. Second Ghost goes down as well. This is a great trade for Classic. Comes in, gets a bunch of important units, doesn't overcommit. Pulls the Zealots away on that side as well. He's still got a Storm drop over here, but CV patrolling is going to see it. Oh, Classic drops the High Templar. Does lose it. Can he catch the bio, though? I would have liked to see him blink on that. Oh, he's got to go forward to protect his High Templar. He's going to go forward to protect his High Templar. Stalkers not quite able to get that Ghost. Let's lose a Stalker there. Good control for Maru. Maru's still in a powerful position, building Vikings. He's got that 2-2 finish, not bothering investing in 3-3. He realizes what matters is the next few fights right here, right now. Every bit of money needs to go into army and nothing else. Can't be waiting for those upgrades. The Zealot's starting to fall. These guys are a little exposed, though. He doesn't necessarily see this Protoss force. It dives through the middle. Maru goes down the right side. Oh, this game's about to get messy. Dives on top of this base. SCV's pulled for Maru. Bio diving on the 3rd for Maru. Classic. High Templar up front. There's a Ghost there. Feedback would be lovely on that bad boy, but there's a lot of things to manage. Managing individual feedback's not so easy when the game's this hectic. Clears out the 3rd, but loses his own 3rd. That's a better trade for Maru, because Maru's command center should be getting repaired. Oh, Maru's not watching! Maru's not watching. He should repair that, but he's... Okay, there we go. He did tell the SCVs to repair it. You can see the hit points going up now. Does land that command center as well in that main base. Bio Viking still poking around the front. Maru's got to be careful not to get this army caught. Storm's there. Great Storm, but... Oh no! Colossus in the open! Looks like that Robo rally was a little bit awkward. Goes out in the middle of nowhere. And losing a Colossus for free, a big problem. 2 more Nexi are on the way for Classic here on Pylon. Maru's 3rd. is just not being mining. His main and natural completely gone of mining, guys. He needs this base to land, and he really needs another one as well, to be fair. Classic is miles ahead on the minerals with this new base up in the corner. +2 against 2-2. Nice storms go down. Bio trying to pull back here. Bio Viking trying to gather itself. Oh, Stalkers blink forward. Here we go, guys. Classic's pretty committed. Only 59 workers. Maru. No way you're going to send this much across the map. That's crazy. I think he's identified Classic wants to poke and prod, but he's not confident actually committing to the attack. I don't know if he read it right, though. It looks to me like Classic is confident committing to the attack. Classic's going to dive in here. Oh, flanking High Templar as well. The army comes back, but it feels like such a good fight for Classic with all these storms landing. EMP does come in from the south, but there's so many more storms left. Why is he not landing them? Oh no, Classic missed some big storm opportunities. His army still looks pretty big, though. It does still look pretty big. Maru's force, so wounded. Oh, and I think it looks like... Is Maru barely going to clean this up? He does. Classic surely can remax, though. He's got 2 Colossi, High Templar, getting recharged, Disruptor Zealots. I think Maru's done for. Just being too careful about taking his third. It's kind of funny. Maru was not in the moment in this game. He misread the play, and this is so rare at this level. It does feel like, as good as Maru is right now, maybe still sometimes just like slightly out of practice or something. What a testament it is to him as a player that he's still able to play so well. Eats a Disruptor on the ramp, diving into that storm behind it as well. And yeah, pushing through this as the long shot of all long shots. It would be so hard, especially with Colossus coming out. Energy recharge ready in about 20 seconds. Disruptor, though, in front of the army, a little sloppy. Stalkers blink forward. High Templar very far behind, despite having a storm available. Does not matter. Maru does end up losing that game. Classic holds on. And it all came back to that point early where he second-guessed himself about taking the third. And it kind of felt like, rather than adjusting to the game he was in, this scan ruined Maru. Because he kind of went, oh, you're 2 base all-inning. He wasn't. Classic was so far behind, he couldn't afford a third until 7.5 minutes. Maru did such a good job of wrecking Classic in the early game with Banshees that he literally misread this as Classic having a sick all-in lined up. Classic had like 8 units. Like, it's so rare. This is what I do in my ladder games. I'll make a misread like this quite a lot. Very rare for Maru to do that. But all it does is tie up the series 1-1. We'll see if Classic can turn that into something more. All right, guys. Maru in the top right side. An unfortunate turn in that last game, but what an excellent early game, right? Just because that one slipped away doesn't mean it's going to continue to be that way. We've got Classic now in the bottom left. Very paranoid about proxy barracks, isn't he? I mean... Imagine we go to game 5. Game 5 is the one game he doesn't kind of scout around looking for these close barracks. And that's the one where he gets proxied. I mean, to be fair, he's not really checking down here. We've seen proxy marauders down here a few times. He's not even checking here for proxy reapers. So he's not really checking everything. But still playing relatively safe. Maru's going to go 1-Rax expand, changing it up on the bigger map. Ah, okay. I think he just figures the double gas early opening, maybe not as necessary here. Maybe moving away from that early Cyclone as well, since he got his command center cancelled in the last game. I think it's wise to not keep spamming that. He spammed it a bit against Hero in the previous round, and you don't want to be too predictable. Marine's on the way. Cybercore's gone down. SCV chasing that probe. And yeah, Maru does take a little while to push it away, but gets the command center on location. Nicely done. Only a second or 2 delay. He's going Marine, so it's going to be a Marine into a quick factory. So you're going to go Tech Lab again, just it's slightly delayed. 50 minerals, 25 gas is all he needs for it. He's got the gas. Looks like he's waiting for a reactor this time. No, it is Tech Lab again. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. Maru. Absolute simp for the Cyclone. Cool. You can delay your depot with this build because you only build 1 unit out of the barracks, which means your command center can keep producing for a while longer without getting supply blocked. And pylons there, this one there as well. And Classic is checking for proxies. Interesting. Okay. So he's thinking, well, if he didn't go for orbital, he could have had a second barracks making marauders. There's paranoia, and then there's like being super safe. I think Classic's on the side of paranoia. I feel like this is overly safe. Maybe it's because the command center was a few seconds late, but that's just because you did such a good job blocking, and Maru wasn't perfect at pushing it away. Because, yeah, okay. I mean, he's going to confirm now and realize, oh no, same situation as before. You're about to go for a Cyclone. I wouldn't commit in personally, but he's going to go for it. Good pullback from Maru. That's the SCV's body block. Is he? I mean, the Starport SCV is the most valuable kill. He's going to get one SCV, one Marine. Oh, there's an orange hit point guy there. Two SCVs. Oh, this is great. Oh, Maru really shouldn't have let this in. After last game, has Maru fallen apart a little bit? Definitely, like, most Terrans will be a bit tilted after. There's no reason to let him up that ramp, that Adept. Just slightly slow reactions for the Terran. Protoss player is going to go for a couple Stalkers and a Sentry after the early Adept. I don't think we saw a Zealot this game, so there has been a change up on the bigger map for both sides. If he gets a Stalker, that would be truly crazy. Easy pullback for Classic. Don't want to keep chasing. That lock-on cools down real fast. Doesn't want to risk it. Obviously could get trapped by force fields as well. Second barracks coming. Double Widow Mine drop from Maru. Pretty chilled out opening. Pretty straightforward. That's an early swap onto the Tech Lab. Is it just a fast? I mean, I guess it could just be fast Raven. I don't think you'd go Cloaked Banshee. 2 games in a row seems a little too obvious. But he will make it look that way. Yeah. He's making Interference Matrix. He could let Interference Matrix finish. But since we have seen Storm in the last game, I would imagine that's more just to fake out the Protoss. Yeah, he cancels it. Cancels it. Double Widow Mine drop coming towards the main. 3 Stalkers and a Sentry nearby. And there we go. Boosty, boosty. Maru goes in. Classic, very slow to respond. Won't take massive shots or anything like that, but you got to pull all the probes away, guys. You got to pull them all away. You gap. Classic. Okay. A lot of players, we see this recently where people keep leaving multiple targets. You have to remember, whenever you leave multiple targets, a top Terran will always retarget the Widow Mine to stop it from firing and just make it so you take much longer to get back in your worker line. Now, Classic has to build a battery here because he's paranoid about the Banshees. But it's actually just a Raven. I mean, it helps against the Raven as well, right? The problem with this battery placement is it doesn't fully heal these guys, I don't think. So maybe they could get sniped by an auto turret up here, but I think they'll get healed as they return the gas anyway, so pretty hard to get those kills. Oh, good blink dodge, does shut that down, and we'll get some hits on the medevac and take that Widow Mine out. So Classic's got control of this game. Hasn't really taken much damage at all. In fact, Maru has traded worse, but look at how much disrespect Maru has for 4-gate blink. No bunker, 2 tanks. It's very minimal on the safety. He's like, yeah, I know you're more of a defensive Protoss. You're not really a 4-gate blink guy. So I don't have to be as safe on that stuff. And that auto turret doesn't really do anything. So the Raven doesn't find any damage. Stalker's thinking about coming in. That's crazy. Yeah, good choice to run away as Classic. Third command, and it does get spotted though, which is very nice for him to know he's not being all in. Forge and Robo Bay on the way. Classic has a 4th gas going down as well. I think I actually prefer Classic's position to Maru's just because he's got the 3 bases saturated. His upgrades are behind, but, you know, they're not too far behind. Chrono Boost can catch that up. It just feels like Maru's not got map presence and doesn't really have a scary move out timing. I'd like to see Maru actually unsiege and move out now. Stim and Shields is almost done. He's got medevacs almost done. So if he can move out with the medevacs and Stim and Shields finishing and just get active on the map, I don't think he should really push into Classic necessarily, but he can at least kind of wave his arms around, make Classic worried. Classic's also seen a 3rd command center, so there's a chance if you do commit, he's not as ready for it. There's 8 gateways ready. Charge, blink, extended thermalats, and first Colossus is about to pop out on this natural. Stalkers come forward, not enough to one-shot the Cyclone though. Observer on that left side can surmise that he's pushing to the right. Stalkers gonna just pick off a Marine and blink away. Don't want to be losing units. Concussive is not done, just started for those Marauders. But Classic turns around a little too early. Loses 2 Stalkers unnecessarily. He's got the Colossus here, though, which could be very helpful, especially with the force fields. Zealot going there. Any Zealot counters or run-bys just to cut off the rally would be amazing. You can see already the Marine instigates a fight with the Zealot. Zealot easily wins that. Stalker, Zealot, Sentry, Colossus. Looks like Classic's going to go for it. Stalker's blinking into the Marauder Marine. Colossus needs to target those Marines on that left side. A little bit of hesitance here for Classic. He dives in and then hesitates to realize he doesn't have the numbers. Oh, he's going to pay a hefty price for this. He loses his 4th. Oh, no. And 8 Stalkers. That's a disaster. Losing the 4th is bad, but losing that and a lot of your army is terrible. If he'd sent a big Zealot counter and was tearing up the SCVs or something, I think you can afford that maybe. But the problem with the 4th base he took, right, is he moved over here to defend, and then Maru's like, cool, I'll just go left. Like, it was very easy for Maru to pivot away from where Classic's army was strong and find a good angle. Bit too easy for him to get forwards on the map, and I'm not sure if you should just always take this 4th in the bottom right. I'm thinking, yeah, this area looks a bit better to defend, in my opinion. Even though Terran can hug that edge, I think you've got a big enough open area to flank around the right side and go all the way around the far left to get from behind as well. 2 more next side building. Classic's going to try to build up for that later stage, along with the second forge. Armory comes in. So 2 engineering bay armory, 5 barracks pumping out units. What's interesting is that's double upgrades before Ghost Academy. One thing I've also noticed, by the way, is no one plays range lib recently until it gets to like 7 bases, which it never really does in this matchup. Very rare to go to late game. So that's something which I'd love to see used more, but not really a big deal at the moment. Double Disruptors coming out. So we're going to skip Storm and just play Colossus Disruptor Gateway. It's not a bad style by any means. Only 8 gateways for now, though, so Classic will need to add more production, but he's kind of broke. 67 workers, not that much. And oh, Zealot dropped down there. He's trying to sneak that across the map. That's going to have to go a different way. If the Colossus can land a few good volleys on the Marines, maybe, but Maru's scouting is so good. He sees the army. He knows exactly what's happening. His tanks want to hug this ledge, potentially, yeah, but his bio's kind of blocking it. Marine Marauder poking forward. Tank shots start to utilize that exceptional range. And look at that. All of his Marauders up front, all of his Marines behind. Maru with a perfect split. A few Widow Mines get taken down, as well as 1 Marauder. This new 4th base, it's in trouble. He has a 5th on the left. If he has to give this up, I think that's fine for Classic. But Maru's army control really good. One has to wonder, is Zealot countering the way to do it? Because it feels like Maru's so good on the frontal engagements, and once he's got these positions, it does feel very scary for those Zealots to really find anything. Marauders snipe another Disruptor without letting it fire. Classic getting chipped away. There we go. There's the Zealot counter I was hoping to see. Would have loved to see this one a little bit earlier. Prism's just outside the base there, doing really good damage. Okay, this is really nice. If he can hold on at home, this will be great. But loses a Colossus to the Vikings. The Viking count pursuing pretty hard. He does abandon the base eventually, but Classic's already taken big damage. Zealots tearing up their rally. If he can get some Zealots in the 3rd and the natural mineral line, this could do huge amounts, but he's just attacking depots right now. A little bit of a missed opportunity here to find more damage, perhaps. Maru not defending so well at home, even though his attack on the front was perfect. Widowmine is trying to stop Classic from chasing him down. Zealots there will get cleaned up by those units that return home. At the same time, the Zealots in the natural have been cleaned up. 13 SCVs. Classic does some necessary damage so that he is still up 15 workers in this game, and he warps in Stalkers on this left side. Just going to use those to harass from over there. Come back, join his whole army on the left side. +3 attack, +1 armor's on the way. Looks like this one's going to go to late game. I think after that economic damage, Maru wants to lick his wounds a little. Wait for the tech labs, wait for the ghosts. Wait for 3, maybe not wait for 3-3, but at least get the tech labs and some ghosts out. That being said, his army's split half and half. Maru wants to be crazy active on this map. Feels like he's not really respecting Classic in this game. Widowmine does get cleared by the Disruptor, left side base. Snap Recall could save it, but he needs to Snap Recall, like, instantly. That's a lot of bio. If they click the Nexus, it's going to go down really fast. He does Snap Recall it. That was pretty damn quick. Oh, is it good, though? Yeah, the Stalker should be good on the Vikings, right? Oh, 1 Viking. Okay, yeah, doesn't get any Colossus. Oh, he can trap even more. He can trap even more. Classic could blink on these medevacs. Maybe get one of the full medevacs, but oh, which way do you go, right or left, right? Hard to figure that out. Prism goes in, gets shot down at the same time. The drop up here kind of separated. That being said, Classic could surround his own army. He's got to be careful, man. He's going in deep, trying to take advantage of an opening, but I think he might be stepping too deep. There's a big bio army coming in from the left side. Classic disruptor shots. Big disruptor on the right side does land somewhat. Maru with a last-second split mitigates the damage, but I think Classic has gone way too deep. Indeed, he has. He thought he was catching Maru hiding in the top left, hiding in the main base. He didn't realize Maru was already on his way back into position. Classic gets way too deep and actually steps into the bear trap, steps into the surround, gets his foot caught, and that's going to be a winning situation for Maru. Classic cancels the base. He's building 4 probes at a time right now, whilst having almost no army. Tells you all you need to know. He realizes, I don't know what could win me here. Does finally start Disruptors, Zealot, Stalkers. But nah, Maru's up more than double army supply. Good game for Maru. Really good game. It feels like he's just not respecting Classic's army that much, and Classic with the Colossus army hasn't been able to get that respect out of Maru, which is rare. It's so odd. It's a Maru effect, right? A lot of Terran players, I think, would have struggled to get these tank pushes and these bio pushes forward on these bases, but Maru just scans ahead, moves so methodically, and it feels like his micro is so good. I think as Classic, you need to maybe stretch his multitasking with that Prism being more active, with those Zealot counters. The moment Maru moves out, be trickling Zealots into his base. Nice Disruptor shot. Classic landing some big balls all over that Terran army. But I don't think it really matters. Was there another shot before that one as well? Perhaps. Maru's still active on the right side, on the left side, sorry. Right side has to pick up, pull back, join up with the reinforce. Classic is down 65 supply, though. It's a 4-base Terran, plus 3 weapons is on the way. He's also got 5 Marauders building at a time. Did miss 1 Tech Lab on the transition in the main, but I don't think that really matters too much. Space at the front. And we're going to see Maru pull north and try to pull away. Alright, Zealot Stalker's going to go up here. Picks off some Marine Marauder. Nicely done. Bio running on forwards. Oh, okay. Yeah, this could be the finishing blow. Forces the recall. Maru could stand and fight. He's going to. Oh, it's a handful of Stalker Zealot. Oh, that's a sad recall. That's a sad recall. Oh, no. Bio just gunning everything down. Big bio army on the left as well. Maru will take the lead 2-1. All right, he's got to put the brakes on the Maru train or it's going to run away. Classic, it feels like he's not getting Maru's respect. I'd like to see a change of pace, some super greed or something like that. Maru hasn't really been leaning into the aggression. I think to win 2 games in a row, you got to take some chances. But Classic might just be locked in on this style of play that he's playing. And oh no. What? Okay. Oh, indecisive. He wants to do a greedy build, which is exactly what I wanted to see. Gas first. I just don't like that he rallied the probe over here, then changed his mind. It is what it is. Still, I think overall, strategically, it's a good choice, right? Gas first, no scout. Probably goes for a 19 Nexus, 19 core. There are builds that take advantage of it, but not too many of them. And I do feel like, especially if you play like Fast Oracle or something off of it, you're safe against just about everything. I haven't watched SC2 in 5 years, just saw you streaming. Oh, you're being serious, Thunderflash? Welcome. The ... on the end, the ellipses on the end of something, usually, that usually implies cynicism, right? At the very least. Sorry, for those watching on YouTube, guy just said, wow, the casting was so good. I enjoyed it so much, ... And it's so funny because I'm like, the way he's talking, yeah, I think he meant to put an exclamation mark or something like that, or they did. I don't know, maybe not. It's just funny. A lot of people spam ellipses in chat. I spam too many smiley faces. David Kim spams too many hee-hees. Whenever I'd be talking to David Kim about anything, even like the really sad news with Battle Aces, he could say like the saddest thing ever is like, the game just got cancelled, it's not continuing. And he'd always just type a hee-hee. Like, it's same thing. Sometimes I put the tongue out face emoji. It's like something from using MSN Messenger when I was like 12 years old. It's just jammed in my thing. It's my way of showing I'm not that serious or something. But it's kind of funny. Like, yeah, everyone has their own little idiosyncratic weird ways of communicating in Twitch, in text chat. Anyways, here we go. Probe is going to be attacking the SCV. Ooh. All right, good little harassment. Sees it, it's a Cyclone opening once again. And it's a Twilight build. Classic has done a nice greedy build. His gas is earlier. His Twilight's earlier. His Blink will be earlier. He's already got 2 Stalkers out. This is just such a nice opening. And especially against a delayed expand, Tech Lab Factory, delayed reactor, you can often snowball from this sort of early start. But you do need to deal with that first Widow Mine drop well. So that's what we'll have our eyes on, of course. Those early interactions still need to be tight. And because you don't have the pleasure of having an Adept scouting everything, getting in their face with an early Zealot Adept Stalker, it can definitely be an issue. Sentry, Blink on the way. Backup Pylon, he's expecting to lose this one later. Good preparation from Classic. You could build all your more important tech behind. Technically a siege tank or something could snipe that from the low ground, but that's pretty rare. So it's 3-gate Blink Robo, pretty damn safe build. And hallucinations will confirm what's going on as well. So behind this second barracks for Maru. Maru not building the complete wall off for Blink here. But he could always build with the factory here at that reactor to full wall. Tank's already building. Nice early siege tank. Cyclone will get rid of the Phoenix. Limit its scouting. Already sees a third gas though. Oh, wow. Wait a second. What? That third gas is so weird. That's such an early third gas for Maru. What's he planning, guys? We see a Banshee. Is he planning on going Cloak? Nice Widow Mine harassment. And there we go. Classic learning his lesson from the last game. Only leaves one target. Oh, and Maru being a annoying player. Look at that. Oh, dude, this is going to be like a good 35 seconds of mining time on this base lost. Well done. Well done. Especially considering Classic was relatively well prepared. That was really well done. But 3 probes for 3 Widow Mines and a medevac. Or 2 Widow Mines and a medevac, I should say. As that Stalker caught the medevac on the way out. Classic, I think, handles it okay. I don't think he's behind by that. Even though that mining time does cost him a lot. We've got... Oh, what? Oh, wait, what is this? It's a Tank Cyclone Marine Banshee Raven push. Oh, wow. Okay, the Observer sees it. These Stalkers have work to do, my friend. He's got to bring that Observer back to see this army. I don't know why the Observer's still going forward. Tracking the Siege Tank helps you with this so much. He's going to go around with these Stalkers, cutting off the Reinforce, wrecks these sorts of pushes. Classic confidently takes a third, even in the midst of that, and he's going to find a tank. Oh, thank you very much, he says to Maru. Maru rolls his eyes in disgust at Classic using such punnery while picking off his important unit. The Banshee's going to hide in the back and be annoying. And it looks like Maru, it looked like that was going to turn into some sort of crazy all-in where he pulls the SCVs and builds bunkers, but transitions. He says, no, that's fine. Let's back away from it. How does Maru see? Yeah, Maru sees the Observer. Oh, Classic. Bit of a slow response. He had plenty of time to react there, but Maru notices first. Templar Archives is on the way for Classic, so he's going to go Storm. 3-base Storm up against just a standard 3-racks play. Combat Shields will start soon, and a third command center does go down, so it's not like it's an all-in or anything like that. Oh, that was sloppy for Classic. If you're willing to blink forward, you need to blink forward initially and one-shot the Cyclone. By the time he blinked forward, the Cyclone had pushed the hallucination back, so it didn't have high ground vision. So tried to do a fancy move, kind of messed it up. Classic. Got to stay calm and organized in the face of this. Maru's going to poke in with his Banshee. Feedback. Will take care of the energy and a lot of damage. And 2 probes to get rid of the Banshee. A price Classic is very willing to pay. 3 gates are up. 4 more are building. Stim, shields, 4th and 5th barracks. Who's ahead? Who's behind? I don't know, guys. I never know in these situations where... If you look at the units lost tab, yes, it's really good for Classic, but that doesn't account the, 400 plus minerals of mining time he lost. Work account is kind of normal for this matchup. Like, by the time the third's fully saturated, the third command is finished for Terran, and he can float that out. It feels like a close game. Maru's supply definitely a little more intimidating, though. So there does need to get a move on actually starting Storm, which hasn't happened yet, with a double drop. It will get spotted by pylons. Good pylon ring. He's going to go for a Storm Drop of his own. So Storm Drop and the Double Drop both narrowly miss each other. Oh, but it changes his mind. Maybe he's not going for it. Maybe he's just waiting to maybe ambush a move out on the flank. He's going to go for it. There is a missile turret there. Despite that, Storm here, could do a lot of damage. Another pylon goes down. 2 pylons, good value for Maru. 3 kills are always good kills. Storm Drop comes in. Oh, nice storms. 9-12 SCVs goes down for a High Templar. Great trade. Really good play there by Classic. And now Classic's up 23 workers. He's just got to defend the all-in, right? When you do damage like that, it's like, I know it's not really all-in, but like, yeah, head towards Colossus and just make more High Templar. Now, this is something where I've recently, especially after that Estrella Cure game in the Weekly Cup, I've really had a massive respect for players spreading out High Templar and just leaving them at all their base. I've always said High Templar are best when spread out. Classic's doing one control group High Templar where they just run around in a blob. Not my favorite. Way too vulnerable to EMP, and ghosts are coming out. And if Maru pushes with those ghosts, which he kind of needs to because his work account's way behind, if he can find a really good EMP or 2 on those, it could be big. Oh, Classic's going to go for a timing attack. That I was not expecting. Classic poking forward here. It does get rid of a medevac. Takes a few tank shots. And a Widowmine shot gets dodged. Nicely done. He's going to go for it. Wow, crazy attack here for Classic. It's not going to work out. And he does wisely back away. I think he was hoping to hit pre-ghost. But that EMP just removed all of his energy. He needs to start warping in more High Templar and filling them up with energy right now. Because you know this counter push could be coming. You got to buy time for Colossus. Second Robo's coming up. Extended Thermal Lance. But he has no energy right now. Okay, there we go. He's got 2 High Templar with energy. Okay, three High Templar with energy. There we go. He did have some reserve High Templar. Well done. These guys will eventually regenerate their storms as well. And it seems like Classic now going to a 4-base 70 probes. He's established. He's in a good spot. After that storm drop, Maru's kind of just chilling. And looks like... Oh, he's going to go 4th. He's not going to try to do any damage. Okay. Maru has chosen his win condition, guys. He's gonna chill. He's gonna camp. He's gonna set up some stakes in the ground, pitch his tent, and essentially wait for Classic to make mistakes. He's saying, I will play the late game. I'm the best late game player of all time. I have nuked out, maxed out Skytoss armies of Classics last year in GSL. You guys remember the famous clip. Looked like Classic was doing pretty good with a mass mothership carrier Tempest army. And then he just walked it into a nuke and lost the entire thing. It was absolutely brutal. Maru's done that consistently enough. If he can survive to range libs, most Protoss players really struggle. We've talked a lot about how no one plays range libs until super late in the game. But if he gets to 5-6 command centers, starts the range lib transition off the 8 racks to starport, gets +2 ship weapons, that is something most Protoss players don't have great answers to. Often you want to go Tempest to deal with them, combined with lots of storms spread across the map so they can't siege on your base. Great storm drop. Can he get it? Oh, lovely second wave of storm drop. Another 8 SCVs goes down. Got to get out, though. Missile turret's going to finish. And he does escape. Classic. Looking slick. Oh, he could shove. He could shove. He could shove. There's nothing guarding these tanks. Dude, if he shoved and took out those tanks, that would have been a brilliant move. And then the bio would have had to attack from both sides into Storm. Once you get rid of the tanks, you can pull out. He could have denied this 4th. Oh, Classic missing an opportunity here. Oh, that's unfortunate for him. Maru's behind, guys. Like I said, the longer it goes, the more the balance of power just tilts in Maru's favor based on experience, poise, and the past head-to-head record of these two clashing in late game. Very few players can beat Maru in late game. I don't know if Classic is good enough at late game to take him down. We'll have to find out. At the moment, this is not a late game army. This is a mid game army. It is just mass Zealot Stalker with some Colossus and 2 Disruptors. It's not a bad army. It's not gonna, you know, absolutely smash. He's got to dive. He's kind of surrounding his army again, though. He really should be pushing to the right side and rotating around here. He could smash this army on the right and deny the planetary. But Classic's playing so scared. He's paranoid after that last game. But the thing is, with the style he's playing, he builds 4 in Exile. He needs to trade. He's had the advantage. He's got great gateway production. Classic's looking scared. He's looking scared. I don't think I'm misreading this. He looks so afraid after his army got surrounded in that last game. He doesn't want it to happen again. He's got to push in, though. Oh, Ghost in the open. Oh, but hold position. Okay. I think he could have jumped on that army. I don't know, guys, if you agree with me or not. Love to hear in the comments. I think he could have just dove on that army. I know he doesn't see everything we do, but he's got observers. He's got to shuffle them forward, right? There should be an observer here, an observer here. Very important when your opponent's turtling this. He's going to build cannons and batteries in the corner. I don't really see these as adding value. Now, he does still have Psystorm and 6 High Templar, but I think it's time. If he's going to play this slow, he's got to play Stargate. He's going to have to go Mothership, Tempest. Picking away at Widow Mines. He's got to be more active. He's so afraid of Maru pouncing on him. But this is giving Maru time to bank up, and now Maru's going ship weapons, fusion core. He's heading towards range libs. And if we're happy to play a slow game as Classic, it means he has to go Stargate now. If he doesn't go Stargate now, he might not have Mothership Tempest ready for that transition. I mean, you can still do it with Ground Protoss, but he doesn't seem confident busting in. Takes some EMPs, pulls back. It's not bad to poke and prod like this. Gets the Sensor Tower. Disruptor forces a Ghost pickup. Nice hot pickup for Maru. Classic roaming the map. He's taken all these expansions, but he's not mining from them. In these sort of games, you usually want to transfer from your more dangerous bases, from your safer bases, I should say, to the more dangerous ones. While you've got map control, while Terran's building up, he is now transferring workers out of his natural to, I think, the top left. Good move that. But could transfer these guys as well to the bottom right. Extra robos coming. Is that a third? Third robo. 4 more gateways. It's going to be 18 gateways. But still no air transition. I think you can do this if you bust in, but Classic needs to, like, bully. He needs to push in and actually overwhelm. Zealots get wrecked on the left side. Army on the right does okay. He's trying to send the Zealots in the natural as well. Zealots, though, not finding crucial damage. Where's his army supply at? Feels like these 5 disruptors are chewing up a lot of army supply. Not really landing. High Templar coming forward in a crazy clump. He's going to try and storm the repair SCVs, but that means he's super clumped for EMP. 2 High Templar do get hit by EMP. Zealots in the natural find 20 workers. Oh, wow. Maru staring at the army on the front, and as a result, didn't defend his natural. I wonder if this is going to become a planetary. Maru just trying to survive right now. Classic still has a big worker advantage, but as they've got banks now, I'm not sure how important that is. 2 Disruptors and 2 High Templar in the open. Nice pickoffs there for Maru. Units lost tab. 1,000 in Maru's favor now, telling us, I think it was in Classic's favor earlier in the game. Stalker's still poking forward. This one's going to be an orbital, not even a planetary. Liberators are starting to pop out. 4 more libs building at a time. Advanced ballistics, that's the lib range, has been made. Plus 2 ship weapons on the way. Caduceus reactor, the medevac energy. Maru is just camping in his corner, trying to survive, and the Stargate transition has finally begun. First Stargate has gone down, but no Cybercore upgrades to go with it. Classic, he's chipping away, and he's actually trading pretty decently. As much as I'm kind of like, oh, I feel like we've had an advantage and we've let it slip away a little bit. If he has a High Templar up here, he could do pretty well. The cannon battery's on the low ground, though. He could recall. Oh, he's not going to. He's going to give up his top left base, his Classic. Disruptor Storm zoning. Oh, this is so nice. He can shift left. He can shift left with his whole army. But oh no, he lets his Storm Disruptor get separated. Oh, he needed to push everything in together. Classic. Click the orbital at least. At least click the orbital and run the Disruptors. Come on. Oh no, he's rallied the Disruptors in there, still on his control group. So he's rallying Disruptors into the army. He does get the orbital, takes out some SCVs. Not as many as I would have liked. Classic. I think he's missing some opportunities. He's looking just a little too cautious right now. Every Protoss has been in this situation where you've got over-aggressive, Terran surrounded you and slapped you down, and you feel like an idiot, right? That's happened to all of us. So I understand why he feels like this, but I'm also just like, oh man, I think there's opportunities. Like this army, pounce on this army and kill it, but he doesn't know it's there exactly. He knows it's somewhere, but he doesn't know where exactly. And now he's surrounding himself. Oh no. Okay. Oh, EMP's coming in on the flank. Disruptors and Storms landing pretty well. Is it enough? So many good Storms. Those Storms landing so well. Is it enough, though? The libs are coming forward. The Stalker's Colossus trying to run away. Oh, gosh, he's in big trouble. Classic's going to need to refill his High Templar and re-energize straight away. Big Zealot warping in the main could do big damage, but his entire Stalker Colossus force will get taken out. Oh, great engagement for Maru. If Classic actually hunted down the army on the left, I feel like he could make this much more scary for Maru, where he's hiding the whole time. 4 Zealots loaded into the prism. They get shot down. The Zealots getting cleaned up by the libs. And let's see the remax. So it's Disruptor, Stalker, Colossus right now. High Templar are the counter to Lib Viking. It's Mass Lib Viking. He needs to go High Templar. Classic. He's forgotten about the High Templar, guys. Here comes the counter push. Maru has Mass Range Lib. It's 10 Range Libs. Where's the Storm? He's only just started his fleet beacon. His target's been finished a minute ago. What? Where's the High Templar? He needs to be making like 6 High Templar right now. It's the only way you stop this counterattack. Surely. He's going to counterattack with his own units, though. Maybe that pulls Maru home? Maybe? I mean, it's going to pull the Libs home at least. Disruptors go in, stop the repair. Planetary goes down. He's going to go back and try to defend. There is Mass Lib in front of him, so that makes perfect sense. I don't really think he can do it any other way. Colossus trying to come out of the rally point. He's going to do a bit of a recall. If he warps in those High Templar now and joins up and gets in front of these Libs before they get to his side of the map, he could slow this down. But it seems like Classic is just playing Zealot, Stalker, Colossus. Once Range Lib kicks in, this is not the army you want. Basic Gateway units are defunct at this point. Blink Dark Templar, good for counterattacks. High Templar, good against air units, and it's slowing down the advance. You Colossus and Disruptors are also good, but he kind of needs to land a hit. Gets a Ghost, damages a few Marauders with that hit. Sorry for the crazy camera work, hard to see. Underneath these Liberators, Classic rotating around, but that lets Maru take position. Where are the Storms to punish this? He's got 2 High Templar finally, but I don't know where they are. The Disruptors all whiff underneath the Liberators. And look at that, just pieces of Disruptor all over the place. Now the High Templar come forward, but Maru's already got position. Zealot, Stalker, Disruptor, Colossus trying to pull to the left side. Colossus on the right side. Storms do land on part of this bio. The Colossus has to pull away to the right side, but there's got no support. Imagine if they had a bunch of Zealots. Oh, the bio is so damaged. Imagine a High Templar storming from here on these Libs as well. They're so clumped. This was a pretty desperate counterattack from a Terran player who could not get off 4 base. He was stuck on 4 base. Barely got a 5th up. Lost it immediately. But there was no answer to the Libs. Zealot Stalker is not the answer. Mothership is not the answer either, I would say. It's all about those Storms being scattered around the map for insurance to stop just this sort of counter thrust. Oh, this is such a good comeback for Maru. It's kind of like game 1 against Hero he had as well, where you're kind of like, oh, he's in a desperate spot. But cornered Maru is the most dangerous Maru. He always knows how to win, and he is so calm at finding those late game units. I remember the first time we ever saw Ghost Liberator was on Prion Terraces, Maru playing a game in like 2016, 2015, maybe late 2015 even. And it was he dominated someone with the most efficient Ghost Lib play we'd ever seen. And that was before Maru was dominant, right? That was not modern 2018, won every single GSL ever since then, Maru. And yet he was the first guy who figured out how to use Ghost Lib. And I remember just going like, wow, this is an entirely different thing. We'd never seen someone play Ghost Lib, that kind of Terran Turtle late game so well before. And I remember there was just this one game where he did it. And he didn't do it much else until a few years later when he used it so many times to get out of trouble when he was behind. Classic still has a giant amount of probes. Unfortunately, he has no gas income and his tech is all gone. So there's just nothing he can do unless he can deal with this army. He's trying to rebuild. He's got a lot of gateways going up everywhere. But if he didn't, the most important thing in a base trade, I always say, is the Templar Archives. First thing you need to rebuild, Templar Archives and the Cyber Core. Mama's going to come in and try and solo this army. She does a cloak and a time warp, but the Zealot Stalker engaging in a pretty bad position. They're going to try and overwhelm this. But I don't know if you guys have seen Zealot Stalker against Terran Bio before. It don't work too well. Mama goes down, Lib sieging up, and the efficiency is absolutely brutal. 2-to-1 efficiency. Maru doing really well in the late game. And Classic, I don't mind players playing Mass Zealot Stalker Robo units, but it's a style you need to push in aggressively and trade while it's good. He was very passive at the moment when his army was strong, and he gave Maru all the time in the world to get to range lib, mass ghost, all the upgrades, and that's the point where this army falls off a cliff. So Classic just missing his window to be really effective, and I think Maru turtling it out after an early deficit. Very nice play by Maru. Classic just looking... I don't even think this is how Classic would play against any other Terran. I think he's just maybe mind-gamed a bit because he's playing Maru. Often you have a bad head-to-head record against a certain player and it gets in your head and you don't play with the confidence you normally do, and that's what I'm sensing a little bit of here. Libs pushing forward. Zealot Stalker trying to defend. Those Lib zones are absolutely brutal. Big Zealot flank comes in from behind, but Maru just stands his ground, doesn't even stutter step. He's just like, nah, it's fine. Marine Marauder Lib absolutely wipes the floor. Units lost tab going even beyond 2-to-1 units lost now. As a new mothership tries to build, Stalker's going to try to counterattack. Mama ain't even going to get out. 90% complete. But the Nexus goes down. I mean, yeah, the corner bases aren't really that important a thing. There was that moment in the mid game where I thought Classic had to commit to attacking and he built like 4 Nexi. But the corner bases don't really do anything unless you're really willing to play Cannon, Battery, Storm, Tempest across the entire middle of the map. You know, Hearthstone plays this style sometimes. I'm going to siege you to death ever so slowly. And that's not the style Classic was playing for. So there was a little bit of a disconnect. I don't know if he was mentally prepared to play late game against a Maru that just turtled. Because recently PvT's been about surviving. It's been about, oh gosh, when is the boy pool coming and how do I stop it? And it may just be that Classic was so focused on that part of the matchup. And when Maru just turtled up after a bad early game, Classic was not as well prepared for this style of StarCraft game. GG. Classic has to tap out there. Maru with a fantastic victory after a rough start. And there was that big window. It was probably about 10 to 14 minutes, somewhere around there, which would have been the perfect window. The fact that Maru was able to take his 4th base for free just shows that Classic was a little bit too afraid in this game. And I really think if he denied that 4th as it was floating out, was more active at this stage when he had this big supply lead, had the money lead, had the mass gateways coming in, this could have been a very different game. But there was a point around here where instead he goes Nexus, 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 triple Nexus, and he just dilly-dallies a bit too long. Great storm drops for Classic as well. But Maru quite literally weathered the storm and wins the long game. GG. Well played.